Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to change a spindle assembly on a lawnmower. So I have this spindle that the bearing exploded in here and then cracked the spindle assembly right there. So you can see the bearing over here, it blew up. So this is what it should look like right here, nice and packed and ready to go. This one still works just fine, but the one here, it's just in piles, and a bunch of the bearings kind of flew out and went everywhere. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove one and how to install one. So I already removed it, obviously, but I'll show you guys real quick how it's done. Spindle assembly comes in from the bottom, goes right here, gets mounted from the bottom up, and it's mounted by 4 screws. The screws are 3/8, and then to get to it, you need to take off this cover. And this cover has, and it goes on some way like that. This cover has three screws as well. So you remove the cover, and you take off from the bottom 4 screws, and then it comes right off. Now there's a pulley on here. You can just pop the pulley right off just by pulling on it. It's pretty easy. Okay, so since we got that off, we're gonna go ahead and open up. I got a new one on Amazon for $36. I'm super excited about that. I went to MDT Parts, like Parts Tree, to find one, and it was $100 and something, and you know, ordering stuff off of random websites kind of sucks because it takes forever, and Amazon takes 2 days. So we got the whole assembly right here, and it looks like it's already comes together with everything, so we don't need to replace the pulley or any of that stuff. It's all right here. Let me get it out of the plastic. Comes with 1 screw. Comes with all 4 screws. They're all new, so we might have to use these screws as opposed to the ones that we used before, and those might be a different size, but that's okay. All right, so this is the old one, and this is the new one. The best thing about this one is it has a grease fitting, so you can actually grease up that ball bearing so you don't have these issues. Let's go ahead and install it. All right, so let's see if the original bolts will go in here. If they will, we'll use those because they're all the same, and I want to keep them all the same. I don't want to have different size bolts underneath my undercarriage. So the original, they look the same. Let's see if it goes in. It does not. All right, so that might matter. So I'm going to install this so that the grease fitting is on the outside, so it's easier for me to get to. So like that. Yeah, that should be pretty good. I can get up under here and get to the grease fitting. I don't know if you can see my finger there. You can? Okay, good. All right. Now again, we're going to come from the bottom. So let's find out what size these are real quick before we get started. The new bolt size is 1/2. Okay. I'm going to hand tighten all these up first, starting with the farthest one away. Okay, so we got them all on there. Now we're just going to tighten them up. I don't have a torque wrench. I don't know what the torque value is on this, but just good and tight is good enough. And we'll do it in a crisscross pattern just to be safe. All right, now we'll grab this pulley, pull on it, put it on. Just like that. Super easy. Next, gonna put this cover on. We're gonna put it on the right way, which I don't know exactly where the holes are, so let's figure this out. Hole, hole, hole. Goes on like this. Last one's in a kind of a tricky spot back here, so we're going to get the long extension on here, which we already have, and then we're going to go in from the top. That's the reason I got 2 extensions on here. I didn't do that just for fun. I already know I was going to take this off. So the reason I found out that this was bad is because my blade was hitting the side of my undercarriage, the sidewall, and you know, I thought it was a bent blade, so I went to change the blade and it wasn't that, and then it was just awfully loud. So I got up underneath there, and I was kind of wiggling around. I saw that it popped up, and so I'm like, all right, well, let's take it off. So I took off the spindle, and as I took it off, I could hear the ball bearings shaking around in there. So I knew it was over. And right now is like the best time to mow. So you know, it's kind of unfortunate that I had to take a couple days to wait for this to come in. All right, so now we'll install the blade, and then take it for a test drive and see how it goes. So this nut is 15/16, so we're going to use a breaker bar to do it. And a block of wood. Make sure you install it the right way, which is not upside down, so. Let me get you guys down here. Alright, so when I moved the camera, the microphone got unplugged. So that's what happens. Anyways, what we're doing here is we're just put it in the right orientation, make sure it's on, not upside down. I'm checking there. And then we're going to grab this nut, hand tighten it. And next we'll grab a block of wood, we'll wedge it up in here, and this will prevent it from spinning while I'm trying to tighten up. And I use a breaker bar here because it's a little bit easier for leverage. And then there's the torque value, there's torque value on everything, but I just get it good and tight and it's perfectly fine. Alright, so now we're gonna jump in here and turn it on and see if it makes that banging noise. You can see right there under the undercarriage of the deck, you can see where it had some issues where it was scraping. So it was kind of like wobbling and going up and hitting the deck.